Hey guys, it's Cassie aka Cats and Camera, and today I'm coming at you with my April reading plans. Yes, I'm calling it reading plans, not TBR, because, I don't know, in April, here's the thing. I said to myself, I've had 2 months where I've had really seriously intense TBRs, February and March. I had like a lot of books that I said I was going to read. I read them, but I thought in April I wanted it to be a bit more chill, a bit more space to just be able to pick up whatever I want. But then also I decided to be like, oh hey, here's a bunch of books that I should read as well. So I don't know how much I've actually achieved not having a TBR because there's a few books on here, but yes. So included in these reading plans I do have a buddy read, and I'm sort of half attempting to join in with the Fantasyathon. I'm not going full crazy. I've managed to fit a few books into a lot of categories, so, you know, I'm kind of participating. It's a chill participation though, but it still counts. So first of all, my buddy read, and that is Wonder by RJ Palacio, and I'm buddy reading this with Simone over at Me, Simone and I. I don't really know much about this. I know there's some sort of facial thing going on with the kid. It's a school kid, and I don't really know anything else, which I'm glad about. I don't really want to know much going into here. As you can see, I've already tabbed out my 50 pages a day, so yes, I'm looking forward to this. I've only ever done one buddy read in the past, so we shall see what it's about. I've also got another one with Simone next month, so yes, looking forward to this. This is a book that's on my 50 books to read in 2019 as well, so tick that off. Next up, we've got a little bit of a TBR for Fantasyathon, which is happening from the 5th to the 15th of April. Thought I'd just throw it in here. Like I say, I'm doing it a pretty chill, down low version of this, so I didn't think it warranted its own video. And yeah, here's what I'm reading for that. So, for the challenges, read a diverse fantasy, read a debut or backlist title, start a new series or continue a series, and read a fantasy in a format you don't usually read. I am picking this one book, and that is Murder at the White Oak by Marco Rialmonte. So another thing that I'm trying to do in April, which is why I have sort of a kind of a TBR but not really, is I want to get to some of the books that I've got for review on my Kindle, so I thought this was a perfect place to throw one in there. And I'm going to scatter a few more throughout the month. I don't know which ones yet, which is why I'm not really saying in the video. But this one is a paranormal, gay, mystery vibe. So, it sounds interesting. Let's read it and find out. Next for the challenge, read a hype train fantasy. I am finally getting to this. I feel like every single person, whether they like comics or not, seem to love this series. And I'm finally starting it, and that is Saga Volume 1. Very much a hype train fantasy. I'm sure you will all agree. I really hope I like this because it's so hyped and everyone loves it so much. I'm kind of a little bit scared that I'm going to be like, why does everyone love this so much? But hopefully, you know, it will live up to expectations. When I finally read The Hunger Games, I really liked it, gave it 5 stars, so hopefully this will be the same. And what I know about this is 2 alien races that are not meant to get on so much that they have a baby and then have to run around avoiding death, I think. Could be mistaken, but I feel like that's the premise. So there are 2 more challenges in the Fantasyathon. I don't know whether I'll actually do them, I'll decide at the time, but they are read a fantasy that you've started and haven't finished. I only have one of these, and I don't know if I want to get to it. So I got just over 170 pages into the 5th season by N.K. Jemisin last year at some point, and I had to put it down because I fucking hate second person, and literally every other chapter, like one chapter then the other chapter, every single other chapter is written in second person, and I can't deal with it. I kind of want to finish this because I don't DNF books, but also it's gonna be a hard slog, so I don't know if I'm actually going to do it for this readathon because this is meant to be a chill read. It's meant to be a chill month, and I feel like this is just going to frustrate me because I fucking hate second person. Why has nobody ever mentioned that in any review ever, or any time they've ever talked about this book? They say, oh, this series is so good. No one's ever mentioned the second person in it. I'm getting off track. I'm going to put this down now. I probably won't get to this, but if I do get to the finish a book that you've started one, it will be this because it's the only one here. And the other challenge is immerse yourself in the story. Do something bookish related, like cook a bookish meal or do a bookish thing. I don't really know how that's going to happen, but maybe I'll just on a day be like, yeah, let's do some bookish type things. Who knows? So another thing I want to get to in April is The Lights by Nathan Kuzak. Again, this is a book that I got to review. It's the first ever physical book that I've ever received, so I thought that was pretty cool. It's like a milestone for me. I know a lot of people just get them thrown at them constantly and they never read them, but I think this is really cool. It's my first one. Let me enjoy it, okay? So yeah, this is set in England, and these balls of lights randomly descended from the sky, and if people get too close to them, they just get sucked into the sky and disappear or whatever. And there's people that think it's the rapture, there's people that think it's alien activity, and our main character in here spends a lot of time on the internet and looking at the newses and try and figure out what people think and what he believes. And then it seems like there's also a bit of a love story in here because he doesn't know whether to do what he decided to do, run away with his dad and try and hide somewhere, or save the girl that he's secretly in love with. So we shall see. Sci-fi, potential aliens, the destruction of mankind. What's not to like? And last but not least, another book I want to get to is An Arc of the Nowhere by Chris Gill. This comes out June? July? In a couple of months anyway. But basically it's a coming of age, gay, contemporary, sort of timeline business. It starts at a certain point and it goes through this one character's life, and yeah, hopefully I'll really love it. It seems to get positive reviews so far of the people that are reading it, and yes, we shall see. It's gay contemporary. I will probably at least enjoy it a bit. So yeah, there we go. That's my kind of chill, but not really because there's a bunch of books on it, reading plans for April. Let me know if you've read any of these, if you enjoyed them. I have a feeling you've probably read Saga, probably read Wonder as well. I'm always behind on these things. Let me know down below. If this is your first video by me, you enjoy it, then please check out some of my others, and if you continue to enjoy them, then please subscribe. That'd be awesome. Anyway guys, I'll see you in a few days with another video.